지금 체중을 좌측으로 내려놓고 갑자기 좀 이쪽으로 먹어요.
위장이 늘어났다, 풀었다, 줄었다.
좀 가운데 좋았네. 이게 작년에 그 테드 프레젠테이션 최우수상 수상. 이게 진짜 왕 중의 왕이죠, 그죠? 전 세계. 이거 먹으면 돼요?
네. 접시. 이거 좀 나눠야 드려야 돼.
저기를 벗겨야 되겠네. 여기다 놓고.
직접 시키신 건가?
알아요.
저는 여기까지 못 받겠는데요. 지하철하고 가까워요.
지갑에서.
고실에 고사도 있네. 자기가 정말 좋다. 잔인하게 설명해. 당신 아들이 당신보다 10년 전에 끝이잖아. 착각하더라고. 마음이 와서. We spend our lives being paranoid about death, murder, homicide, you name it, it's on the front page of every paper, CNN. Look at homicide at the bottom, for God's sake. Every single one of those ones in the red is a diet-related disease. Any doctor, any specialist will tell you that. It's facts. Diet-related disease is the biggest killer in the United States right now, here today. This is a global problem. It's a catastrophe. It's sweet. It's right behind you, as usual. I know they were close, but not that close. We need a revolution. Mexico, Australia, Germany, India, China, all have massive problems with obesity and bad health. Think about smoking. It costs way less than obesity now. Obesity costs you Americans 10% of your health care, $150 billion a year. In 10 years, it's set to double. $300 billion a year. And let's be honest, guys, you ain't got that cash. I came here to start a food revolution that I so profoundly believe in. We need it. The time is now. We're in a tipping point moment. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been trying in America for 7 years. Now is the time when it's right. Right for the picking. I went to the Iowa store. I went to West Virginia, the most unhealthy state in America, where it was last year. You've got a new one this year, but we'll work on it next year. I live in West Virginia, beautiful town. I wanted to put heart and soul of people, your company, around all these things that we've become so used to. I want to introduce you to some of the people that I care about. Your public, your children. I want to show a picture of my friend Bree. She's 16 years old. She's got 6 years to live because of the food that she's eating. She's the third generation American that hasn't grown up in a food environment that eats what she cook at home or in school, or her mum, or her mum's mum. She has 6 years to live. She's eating her liver to death. Stacey, the other thing, this is a normal family, guys. Stacey does her best, but she's third generation as well. She lives at home or a school. Family Justin here, 12 years old, he's 350 pounds. He gets bullied, for God's sake. The daughter there, Katie, she's 4 years old. She's obese before she even gets to primary school. Marissa, she's all right. She's one of your lot. But you know what? Her father, who was obese, died in her arms. And then the second most important man in her life, her uncle, died of obesity. And now her stepdad is obese. You see, the thing is, obesity and diet-related disease doesn't just hurt the people that have it, it's all of their friends, families, brothers, sisters. Pastor Steve, an inspirational man, one of my early allies in Hamilton, West Virginia. He's at the sharp knife edge of this problem. He has to bury the people, okay? And he's fed up with it. He's fed up with burying his friends, his family, his community. Come winter, 3 times as many people die. He's sick of it. This is preventable disease. Waste of life. By the way, this is what I get buried. We're not geared up. I need to get at the door when I'm in period. I can get in there, full flip. Okay, I see it as a triangle, okay? This is our landscape of food. I need you to understand it. You've probably heard all this before, but let's just go back over it. Over the last 30 years, what's happened has ripped the heart out of this country, let's be frank and honest. Well, modern day life. Let's start with the mainstream. Fast food has taken over the whole country, we know that. The big brands are some of the most important powerful powers in this country. Supermarkets as well. Big companies. 30 years ago, most of the food was largely local and largely fresh. Now, it's largely processed and full of all sorts of additives, extra ingredients, and you know the rest of the story. Portion size is obviously a massive, massive problem. Labelling is a massive problem. The labelling in this country is a disgrace. They want to self-police themselves. The industry want to self-police themselves. What, in this current climate? They deserve it. How can you say something is low fat when it's full of so much sugar? Home. The biggest problem with the home is that used to be the heart of passing on food culture, what made our society. That ain't happening anymore. And you know, as we go to work and as life changes and as life always evolves, we kind of have to look at it holistically, step back for a moment and readjust the balance. It ain't happening, it hasn't happened for 30 years, okay? I want to show you a situation that is very normal right now, the Edwards family.
저걸 입술에 먹인다.
Let's get on school. Something that I'm fairly much a specialist in. Okay, school. So what is school? Who invented it? What's the purpose of school? School was always invented to arm us with the tools to make us creative, be able to do wonderful things, make us earn a living, etc., etc., etc. It's been kind of in this sort of tight box for a long, long time. Okay, but we haven't really evolved it to deal with the health catastrophes of America. Okay, school food is something that most kids, 31 million a day actually, have twice a day, more than often, breakfast and lunch, 180 days a year. So you could say that school food is quite important really, judging the circumstances. Before I crack into my rant, which I'm sure you're waiting for, I need to say one thing that's so important in hopefully the magic that happens and unfolds in the next 3 months. The lunch ladies, the lunch cooks of America, I offer myself as their ambassador. I'm not slacking them off. They're doing the best they can do. They're doing their best. But they're doing what they're told. What they're being told to do is wrong. The system is highly run by accountants. There's not enough any food knowledgeable people in the business, there's a problem. If you're not a food expert and you've got tight budgets and it's getting tighter, then you can't be creative. You can't duck and dive and write different things around things. If you're an accountant and a box ticker, the only thing you can do in these circumstances is buy cheaper shit. Now, the reality is the food that your kids get every day is fast food. It's highly processed. There's not enough fresh food in there at all. You know, the amount of additives, E numbers, ingredients you wouldn't believe. There's not enough vegetables. French fries are considered a vegetable. Pizza for breakfast. They don't even get given crockery. Knives and forks, no, they're too dangerous. There's scissors in the classroom, but knives and forks, no. And the way I look at it is if you don't have knives and forks in your school, you're purely endorsing, from a state level, fast food, because it's handheld. And yes, by the way, it is fast food. It's sloppy joes, it's burgers, it's wieners, it's pizzas, it's all of that stuff. 10% of what we spend on healthcare, as I said earlier, is on obesity, and it's going to double. We're not teaching our kids. There's no statutory right to teach kids about food, elementary or secondary school, okay? We don't teach kids about food, right? And this is a little clip from an elementary school, which is very common. Right. Who knows what this is? Potato? So you think these are potatoes? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? What about this? That good old friend. Do you know what this is, honey? What do you think it is, honey?
자연미약선.
Immediately you get a really clear sense
여기가
of the kids'
자연미약선연구원.
comes from.